Good morning, everyone. I'm Coach B, tapping in. Get clarity, get freedom. Today, let's talk about high capacity leaders in the pattern of overload. Again, today's topic high capacity leaders in the pattern of overload. Overload isn't a time problem. It's a capacity problem. Overload isn't a time problem, it's a capacity problem. Overload doesn't happen all at once, it happens through patterns. High capacity leaders are reliable, they are competent, they often see what needs to be done before anyone else. Because of that, they take on more, hold more, absorb more. Not because they have to, but because they can. The problem is this: capacity without counterbalance becomes overload. Let me reframe: capacity without counterbalance becomes overload. And you might say, Coach B, what do you mean by that? Just because you can carry something doesn't mean it's yours to carry. Doesn't mean it's yours to carry. I may be capable of doing 400 or 500 things, but it doesn't mean that I'm responsible for 400 or 500 things. Let me say that again. Just because you can do something doesn't mean that you're responsible to do it. Capacity means you're capable. Responsibility means you're aligned. When the two gets confused, leadership starts to feel heavy. Let me explain that. When you're taking on more than your share because you're capable, you can do it. What begins to happen is the overload begins to come in. You start to feel heavy, like you're doing too much. You have a lot of weight on your shoulder. And it's primarily because you're taking on too much. And some of what you're taking on is not your responsibility. Here's a coaching tip: pay attention to where your, excuse me, let me slow down. Pay attention to where your capability has quietly turned into expectation. So you have crossed the invisible line. It has quietly turned into expectation. Coach B got it. Coach B will do it. I don't have to step up. I know Coach B will take care of it. Only thing I have to do is tell Coach B, I can't do this, I can't do that. And Coach B, because Coach B is reliable and competent, Coach B will take care of it. So pay attention to where your capability has quietly turned into expectations, especially expectations you never agreed to. Let me say that again. Pay attention to where your capability has quietly turned into expectations, especially expectations you never agreed to, that you never agreed to, meaning that you didn't even have a say so in the conversation, just that other people expected you to do it because of the way that you show up. And now it is yours. Now it's yours. Capacity expands when you stop compensating and start allowing shared responsibilities. I have my share, you have your share, you do your part, I do my part. And guess what happens? Results. Everybody wins. I don't need to feel heavy. You don't need to feel heavy. So you do your part, I do my part. Again, capacity expands when you stop compensating and start allowing shared responsibilities. Let me say that one more time before closing. I see someone is watching. Thank you for the like. Capacity expands when you stop compensating and start allowing shared responsibilities. Just think on that for a little while. Pay attention to when your capability has quietly turned into expectation, especially expectations you never agreed to. If today's message spoke to you, stay connected. Remember, clarity changes everything. Like, subscribe, and share this with leaders ready to own what's next. I'm Coach B, the CEO. Clarity, counterbalance, and freedom. This is how you own what's next. See you next week.